torch takes, very bullshit, and come hotter than your ex's new man's mixtape. Too late, cause we already hit the fucking gas.
Aw, it's happening again.
What happened?
Patrick's gone.
Oh. Or did he? I'm mad at the Florida Panthers.
No sports.
I forgot it was broken. I was using the wrong web browser to log in. My bad. That was my fault. If I forgot,
You got one job.
I forgot it freezes up every time that I do that. I'm like, just stop. And they literally told me just stop using. They literally told me that. They're like, just stop using that web browser. I'm like, what web browser should I use? They're like, the one that you were using. You're telling me to stop using the one that you told me is the best one to use for this. It's because they're having issues with it. Something with the extensions. I don't know.
Hold on a second. I gotta ask something. And maybe I'm just old. What the fuck are you guys doing with all these browsers?
I only have one.
I got four.
Like, don't you just click the fucking internet button and go on the damn internet? Like, what are you doing?
I just go to Chrome.
Yeah, but I have all the stuff loaded on. I have all this stuff on the right.
Oh, you got tabs open.
Yeah, I got all these tabs open.
That's what he has. He has a whole shitload of tabs open.
I got so much shit open for the show. It has to stay open. I can't close it.
No, I hear you there. Again, I think this is me just being old. I'll have to find a new way to ask. But, like, you just normally hit the fucking internet button and everything works. You just hit that one little browser that comes with the computer that you buy.
Sometimes.
Right?
Of course, you guys, because you guys are just broadcasting your video. You got to remember, I've got a fucking sound studio running off of this fucking thing too.
I can open multiple internet windows though.
I've got usually have about 4 or 5.
But I don't need Microsoft on this one and Chrome on that one and Firefox on this one and DuckDuckGo on this one.
The only reason
Firefox don't work with StreamYard.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm using right now. That's the only one.
It don't work for me. No, Safari doesn't work for StreamYard.
You have extensions, and you're also using an Apple computer. That they said that has something to do with it too. I think that might be why Mike was having issues too. Anyway,
Safari doesn't work, and I only can use Microsoft Edge or Chrome to work on StreamYard. Firefox doesn't work, and Safari doesn't work. But I hate Safari anyway.
Microsoft works just fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Microsoft and Chrome are the only two that work for me when I need to use StreamYard. Like, those are the only.
Yeah.
If one is messing up, I can use Microsoft.
Why do people get all these fucking browsers? Do we know?
Preference.
All right, that's it. I was going to do a fucking pop culture thing, but July just started. We're going to ask the internet a couple crazy questions, and then we're going to speak on tipping culture.
Yikes. Why
do people get web browsers?
Just search.
At the many. That phrasing is a bit abstract. Sounds like you might be asking why so many people choose to download or use different web browsers.
That sounds about right.
Here's a rundown. See, this fucker's smart. Functionality and features, that's dumb. Security and privacy, that by fucking Norton or McAfee. Like, that's why you have it. Compatibility, certain browsers work better with Mac, and that's stupid. I hate that. Customization and extensions. Many users want to personalize. You have a fucking cell phone. Personalize your home screen. What the fuck? Performance for power users. Speed. Do less drugs. All right. Yeah, I don't understand the browser.
There's a reason why those companies are billion-dollar companies, though, because all they got to do is just put something a little bit flashier out than the other one, and boom, there's 1,000 people download it in a fucking second.
Hell yeah. You just use the free fucking internet button that you get on your computer, people. Like, you don't got to go fucking crazy about it. It's right there. You know who doesn't see your extensions? Anybody. Guess how much I care about extensions?
I don't.
PR. When is the last time you've been out in public and someone came up to you and went, "Bro, have you seen this new extension?"
Yeah, I would have been like, I don't care.
Patrick?
No, but the software that we're using to record this cares. That's the problem.
No. Again, if we're at a podcast convention or something specific,
Completely
I totally
different.
understand
But
that.
some random
different.
Joe at Wally
You're-
World
you're
is
at
not
fucking
coming up to
McDonald's.
you.
Okay, so I'll explain this to you. So it has everything to do, the extensions allow the computer permissions. So my computer right now needs permissions to run all the audio, the video, all of the, if
Yep.
I was to upload a video into the software, present a video, present
Microsoft
an
asked me
invite to
that.
another person. That's why I need the browser to be capable of doing all those things. Apparently the other 3 browsers for me aren't doing it because I must have something blocking in my Windows, is either stopping those permissions from it happening. It might have been from a Windows update that I had. I do not know. I might have to go back to when this wasn't happening and basically go back to the Wayback Machine on my computer and be like, bring my computer back to the way it was a month ago. All of my settings and all that. It's a me problem more than it probably is a browser problem. And I don't know why, because I only use this computer for the web, for
Well,
basically the
acknowledging
podcast.
that you have a problem is the first
I
step in
acknowledge that I
getting
have
better.
a problem a lot. It's usually with my mouth, but yeah. Usually the things that are spewing out of here, that's my problem.
My God.
Oh
I just
God,
got
what
a
did you find?
chubby. Ah,
Calm down. Put it away.
it's impossible. All of you are about to as well. And I'm the father of it. You're welcome.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Take
What
it.
are we here?
This is
got
Monday
kids.
Fun Day, baby.
Okay,
That
you're
second
having a
question
baby?
before the tipping culture. Are we ready for it?
All right.
I'm ready.
I don't give a fuck about the browsers. That's cool. I get it. It ain't
We're
a you
done.
problem, bro. It ain't
isn't
a you
my
problem. You like shiny objects. And
I
you
do.
read something that's cool. Dude, Microsoft's got all these extensions. I'll come to your house. I'll fix you right up, buddy.
Pushy button.
I'll fix you right up, pal.
$5.
All right, what about this baby that you're having here? What about this chubby you got? Tell us all about
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys with the Heat podcast. Are you familiar?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, a little bit.
Absolutely. Fire emoji. Boys
Fire.
with the Heat is a high energy podcast hosted by Charles and that guy, blending sports commentary with wild humor and bold takes.
Gang,
They
gang.
dive deep into football and fantasy football, often featuring guests like Dr. Sam Wagner and Jim Brandstetter. But it's
I
not
like
just stats and strategy.
Did they just say often? They've had him on one time.
Let
Oh,
the
maybe
AI
raise
be
your
great.
fucking hand. Mid-paragraph. I'm boosting us up. This could have been your promo.
It's already out there, yeah.
You gotta raise your hand now. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna come. You
There's gotta be a
12
button.
minutes
For that.
away.
There's gotta be a
Oh,
button
you're
for
like-
that.
Maybe you're 17 minutes away from me right now, bro.
Ooh.
All right, let's start this out. This could have been fun. You were just telling me we need promos. I'm trying to help us out. Rice Krispie treats.
Dude, that shit gets me every time I see it now. I can't.
Yeah, Nicholas fucking Cage Superman. Absolutely fire. Boys with the Heat is a high energy podcast hosted by Charles and that guy, blending sports commentary with wild humor and bold take. They dive deep into football and fantasy football, often featuring guests. Now you said it. Now I'm just laughing at it.
I know I can't.
Often featuring guests like Dr. Sam Wagner and Jim Brandstetter. Shout out season 1. Shout out season 3. Jim from season 1. Dr. Sam from season 3. Great people. But it's not just stats and strategy. They mix hilarious critiques, fashion roasts, and even conspiracy theories about the NBA draft. Episodes range from savage NFL debates to unexpected detours into ancient mysteries and Bigfoot sightings. It's part of the Fan First Sports Network, and their style is raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically entertaining. It then went on to ask if we would like a breakdown of what people have recently been saying about the Boys with the Heat podcast. Would we like to hear this?
It's real, yeah.
Apple Podcasts gives it a solid 4.3 star rating, with fans praising the mix of expert insights and entertaining banter. The Emu War episode in particular got shout outs for its wild storytelling and mental health nods. iHeart listeners love the raw, unfiltered locker room talk and epic rants, especially episodes that blend sports with pop culture chaos, like the one where they linked Jennifer Lopez to the Carolina Panthers. Good Pods highlights their NFL draft breakdowns and spicy takes on players and team strategies. One episode even stirred debate over Anthony Edwards and child support laws. So yeah, they don't shy away from controversy. Across all platforms, fans seem to appreciate the unpredictable mix. 1 minute it's fantasy football, the next it's Antarctic mysteries or pepperoni eating contest. That's unpredictability is the part of the charm.
Woo.
End scene. It's real, bro. It's real. And y'all just got chubbies, didn't you? It's happening.
I got a little Woody down here.
That's what I'm saying. And I was the father of it. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Woody. I got a Woody.
At best, I was the condom, I guess.
Yeah, well, that broke.
At best, that was the condom. Is that what you said? All right, think of it that way. I'm the lube, you're the condom.
I don't want to be the extra part.
No. That's fantastic. That gets better every time, every fucking time, dude.
Most of the time, it works every time.
We are doing a wonderful job. So just give yourselves a pat on the back. But their end scene, there's one thing I would like to point out. The next time we get this, next time we do this AI experience, we need to get the extra names on the list. And it's growing. It's growing. At first it was hosted by that guy. Now it's hosted by that guy, Charles, or Charles and that guy, depending on how.
So you're telling me I'm next.
Absolutely.
Mike and PR got a shot.
That's what I mean. And how we do
maybe
that,
we need to say our names more.
You're absolutely. And just as that guy had mentioned, pushing promos through you.
That's what she said.
Would then connect via the internet, and it'll start intertwining those dots. We just have to figure. And with Mike's absence, that's the only reason why Mike is probably next.
We will get him in the role,
but we're going to get him in the role. That's fantastic.
I love it
personally, and I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. I think we're doing a great job.
Okay. So how that works is that when I edit the video, it's pulling the descriptions.
Yeah.
So it just says the boys. Like 90% of the time, it doesn't call us. It just, even when I do one for us, I don't put in. I'll let AI cut the information that's being said, because then it cuts it into sections. Hey, I only want to watch this part of the show, where it's 20 minutes of them talking about fantasy football. Then it goes into this. They'll go to minute 18 to whatever on YouTube. It's basically only YouTube when I do that. But I'm wondering if AI is pulling it from the YouTube and it's saying like the boys, because the podcast page on YouTube can be changed as well as the TikTok, because the TikTok says co-better and owned. There's only so many rooms for so many characters.
This information specific from this AI,
I'm assuming is
podcast.apple.com.
Yeah, it's probably pulling it from
addict.com, podcast.apple.com, www.iheart.com, and goodpods.com.
Yeah, the only problem is we don't have control over editing that anymore.
I don't know.
No, because the fans first guy, they do all that. I can't even get into those accounts anymore. They added all that stuff. And speaking of, I still haven't heard from those guys, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with our
we had a 6-month contract, and when it's up, it's up. We'll figure out what happens afterwards.
No, I'm saying I can't get in. I want to change it right now. I can't get into it. So if you guys are listening, please let Charles and I off the hook so we can get back in there and edit and add our boys. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. I want to add Mike and Paul, and I can't because I can't get in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
yeah.
We haven't had any contact with them in months, dude.
No, I reached out to them.
You reached out numerous times. Yeah.
We even signed a contract, but I don't know. I never gave him my social.
Yes, a 6-month contract. Yes. Listen, hey,
Where's
dude,
my
stop.
$3, man?
Bro, I got you. Stop it. All right, listen. I've already got a lawyer if it's needed. Like, just knock it off, dude.
fucking
Stop.
hilarious.
Stop,
It's just,
dude.
it's just jokes. I got jokes.
Jokes or not. Stop. I love you. Yes, we signed a 6-month contract. Yes, which is a legally binding contract. And we have held up our end of that bargain. What happens next depends on the end of the 6 months. We've reached out to them continuously. That's just how it goes.
You see me drinking water over here. I want my $3. I gotta buy another case of this stuff right here. They don't just give this stuff away. All right. Anyway, we're talking about tips. Charles, what's tips culture? All
Okay.
you had a Facebook post on your page, and this shit just blew right the fuck up.
I posted this about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm just gonna read what it said. How to tip a server. It says if you got an $85 bill, move the decimal over, it puts you down like at $8 and some change, times it by 3, and that's what you tip your server. My thing is, tipping culture is getting out of fucking control. I am a tipper. I am a good tipper. And if you do well at a server, as a server, I'm going to make sure you get your tip. I am not against anybody getting their tip. However, just because you feel like I'm supposed to tip you 30% and I don't, you're going to tell me I need to stay home because I can't afford to eat out. First of all, bitch, you're not going to tell me where the fuck I can and can't eat and how much I'm going to pay. I'm not going to get a $25 meal and pay you a 30% tip. That's not how fucking life works. If you don't like how much you're getting paid as a server, I get that you guys don't get paid that much. However, nobody forced you to be a waiter or a waitress. You chose that profession. So go take it up with your boss to get a fucking raise. Or go find another source of employment that will pay you what you think you're owed per hour. You're not going to tell me how to spend my hard-earned money. And so all this went down, over 3,000 comments on this post, right? And 90% of them are siding with me. But you got those few fucking dump trucks that are just fucking dumb in the head that want to be like, nobody's siding with you. Bitch, are you reading the comments?
No.
Because clearly there's only 5 of you that are disagreeing with me and calling me a moron and saying that I'm cheap and I'm a lousy tipper. Did you not see where I said I tip? Did you not see where I said I'm not going to tip you just because you think you're owed 30% of a tip? That's not how fucking life works. And then it's not even just that. If I go to do carry out, I'm coming up there, driving up there to pick up my food. Why the fuck am I tipping you at the register?
Yeah.
For what?
It sounds like fucking entitlement syndrome, big time.
I called somebody that, and they said I'm entitled because I don't want to tip what they're supposed to be tipped. How the fuck am I entitled, bitch? It's my money.
Asshole, I'm the one with the money here. You shouldn't be talking to me like this.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on tipping culture?
All right.
Respectfully.
Now, I agree with many things you just said there. However, there is one thing I disagree with. I don't think tipping has gotten out of control. I just think mentally we've become soft. And I'll explain further.
Please.
There is absolutely nothing on planet Earth that legally binds you to tip.
No.
Correct?
No.
Not a thing.
Other than your personal feeling about it when you leave.
Correct.
And that person at that table is not going to fucking remember you unless you're there Monday through Friday and do the same thing over and over again because there's so many other people that come in there.
Correct.
You live in a small town, maybe it's a little different. Regardless, don't give a fuck. So the only person who's tipping a lot, regardless of what that fucking receipt says, and the only person who's making you do that is your own personal feelings on the situation. And what happens is you put yourself in that situation and how would you feel? And I would be upset. So I'm going to tip myself 15%. And really, I'm going to tip myself 25%. But you ain't tipping yourself shit. You're tipping that other person who did a really good job making you feel bad. Here's how I tip. And this is how I'm going to tip for the rest of my fucking life. How many times did you stop at the table and how many items did you bring? You get $1 fucking per item, $1 per stop, up to $10. You can earn up to a $10 tip.
Fucking Charles
that's
treats
what
the shit
you
like it's
should
the
be
fucking
doing.
Price is Right. I fucking
Oh,
love it. I fucking love it.
If you don't fucking like it, go get a different job.
Listen,
No, I agree with you. I
these
agree
are
with
my
you.
It's not
criteria.
our job to pay you. It's their job to pay you. And if they don't pay you enough, go get a different fucking job.
These are my criteria when it comes to tipping, right? These are 3 of the things that I looked for that play a factor. 3 of. It's not all, but these are the 3 major things for me. 1, how many times do you refill my drink without me asking, right?
Yeah.
2, how often do you check on us? You know, like as far as to make sure everything is fine. Do you need anything? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And
So
then
far,
third,
do you do your job? Do you do your job? Okay.
and then third, if you are doing these refills and you're taking our food, how much of those plates and cups are you leaving here, or are you cleaning up after us like you're supposed to? And I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way, but if I have 5 or 6 people at a table, I don't want my plate crowded with old plates and cups.
Because there's nothing in this rule that I've just now created.
Oh, we went out to dinner, Charles, and we didn't have condiments, remember?
Yeah, that says you can't still, every once in a while, when able, tip the bill. If you got money out the ass and you're in a situation where you feel like everything was up to par, do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares? But just because I'm able to pay $3,000 for all these people to eat,
I'm not going to give you a $300 tip.
$500 fucking tip for coming over and talking to me for a little bit, making somebody laugh. I do that all the time for free.
You know what I want to do if I had a bunch of money, and this would just be me, and you guys are gonna fucking hate me for this after you hear me say this. All right, we go out to dinner as we'll call it the podcast family.
Uh-huh.
We'll call us the Podfathers. Because Podfathers go out to dinner, and I go
Podfessor Peacock for a while.
Yes, Podfessor Peacock, and we go out to this beautiful place. We're down in Texas. Say we go out to Dallas somewhere. Paul says, "I know a place. Let's go." The Podfathers go out to eat, and that guy says, "Don't worry, fellas. I got this one. This one's on me." They hand me the check. I roll over to Charles, and I just go. I nod to him, and I look at you and Mike, and I go, "All right, food was good, fellas. All right." Sign my name after I hand him my credit card. Then I just start taking little hundos out of my wallet. I start folding them up in these little swans. And I'm going to leave one on the table. And then we're going to flag football that fucker. We're going to flick it. And whoever's fucking cup it lands in, you guys get to decide who fucking gets the tip.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
It's a game. It's a game for me. At that point, when you get that kind of money, it's not just, it's more of it's a fuck you thing.
You're still getting a $10 fucking tip. Just because I got money doesn't mean that you're
Don't matter.
Again, this is the thing. I'm going to tip you. Again, if you're doing your job, you're going to get a tip.
Of course, yeah.
And everybody's different. Mars is going to tip different than I tip, and then different than Patrick or Mike.
It's
just different.
Waitress or waiter be like, sorry, he's paying this time.
It should be more of it. When should you stiff somebody?
But this is the thing. I have gone places.
You have an opportunity to make $10. If you don't get to $5, you're lucky if I leave $2.
This is the thing. I've gone places where I haven't. I've gone places before where I didn't leave a tip because, again, those 3 things that I told you, they didn't do that shit.
Fuck
so
that,
again,
I take it back. I'm bringing a prize wheel, and you got to spin that fucking.
So
thing.
Again,
that would be more.
And there's been times because Maya, she likes to tip. She's better at it than me.
Tip also, way better at it than me.
I'd be like, calm that shit down.
If I'm ordering takeout, like all of that, like hell no.
You want to hear a funny fucking story? Yeah, he doesn't work with us.
I tip fucking grocery drivers who bring groceries to my house $10.
I do that all the time.
You're spending gas. All you're doing is walking on your fucking legs.
Okay, here's a story. Short story. I worked with a guy. His name was Scott. I don't work with him anymore. He's retired. He was
not the tightest shit guy, right? He
was the tightest old man that I ever worked with, though. I think he was in his 60s when he retired. Anyway, his name was Scott. So we went out to eat one time. He did it with me, and he did it with Jake one time at one of my coworkers. He went out to eat with him and Dan, I believe, and they went out to dinner, and his food came to, I don't know, like $20 or something. We gave her 40. It was like a little over 21. And she looks at him and she goes, he's never tipped before. So she goes, well, Oh, he goes, no, we're good. And Jake looks at him and he goes, that was a really nice tip you gave her. What do you mean? He goes, dude, you said you're good. That means you don't need fucking change. He walked his ass. He followed her to the back when she was fucking bussing the table into the fucking room where the fucking food is, and he asked for his fucking money back.
Yeah.
I've never seen that shit in my life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've lived it. I was
So
young.
you had somebody do it to you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, we got to hear this one. We got to hear this one.
I was young. I was heading over to my great grandma Edna's house for my birthday card. Nonetheless, now great grandma Edna, she had only ever given $5. $5, which
Back
is
then, $5
fantastic.
was a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. You could get 2 Snickers and 2 Mountain Dews in that time for $5.
For a kid, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Now, I had to open all these cards in front of these people because I had to be happy and I had to show excitement. This is what I was told. So I opened the card. Holy shit, Grandma! $50! Yeah!
Watch out
And
now.
She goes, I didn't mean to give you that. Comes and rips it out of my hand, puts it in her purse, and throws a $5 bill at me and goes,
Damn.
That's where that was supposed to go. Blah, blah, blah. Remember walking to the card, my dad tapping me on the back and goes, that's why you keep your mouth shut. And then kept walking. I was like, yeah. I learned that lesson early.
$5 every time after that.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, though? If I was in like your situation and I was sitting there and that dude went in and got that money, as soon as he came back out, I would have got out and went and gave that person the money and then came back in and fucking roasted that dude for as long as I know him.
Oh, they were all fucking embarrassed.
Oh,
Like, it was
I
bad.
would roast. I would take my embarrassment away and I would roast that motherfucker until he died.
Because this is my thing. If I pay in cash and I'm giving you as the waiter or waitress the cash and the check, unless I am telling you I want the change, what I'm giving you, whatever's
It's yours.
left,
It's
is yours.
And you know damn what I'm good means. Shut the fuck up. I
I'm
know
not
damn
expecting
what I'm
any
good.
fucking thing back.
Yeah. Everybody does it their whole life.
That's like an unwritten common sense type shit.
You were just dumb, didn't recognize the math.
You're bad.
This guy,
Hey, what do you always say? Do better next time.
Yeah, so because you're a fucking idiot. Now you went and made somebody else feel like just terrible.
Can I explain this guy to you by using a couple terms? This is the
I
guy
promise he
who,
puts farts in a jar.
oh, this is the guy I worked with him for 9 years. This is the guy who literally, from the day that I met him, he would buy a coffee cup at the gas station and he would keep it all week and get refills.
Yeah.
Wait, he's reusing the same old ass
He's reusing the same cup. And-
styrofoam cup?
oh yeah, and he's forgetting it places and going back and picking it up. He's
That's
that
fucking gross.
It saves
I
him
can,
10
I can
cents.
give you like a day or two
10
of
cents.
reusing the same cup, but for a whole week, that one, you're cheap.
I
Two,
don't
you're
think
fucking gross.
I think it's fucking terrible. I don't think you
Here's-
can reheat
now,
that fucking
again,
thing either.
There is
chemicals.
a very solid point I need to make for all of our listeners.
I'd love to hear
Please,
it.
please.
Billionaires only become billionaires by spending other people's money.
But that still
And
was his
we're
money.
here talking for the last 20 minutes about how we're just going to give money away. We're never going to have that fucking money if we just give it away, motherfuckers. They
Well,
got to earn it.
You guys start giving us money and then we'll start giving it
$10.
away.
Now where the percentage goes up, the $10 rule is for you and a loved one. Now, if you got this waitress coming over with kids and shit, that's probably more $13.
Yeah.
And then if you're at like, because you figure that math out yourself though. Don't feel
Yeah.
obligated to go up to 20 or nothing. You keep it as close to 10 as necessary because it's not your fucking job to pay them. Get a better job.
I'm not your employer.
If she's
no, if
pregnant, do you
no-
tip her more? Because
No,
you
if
know
we're
she's
to-
got one on the way. No? Okay. Just
What?
checking. I said if the
If
waitress
she-
was
if she's with
pregnant, I
child,
said, if she's
walking around with a
expecting,
big
I
old
said,
belly.
are you tipping her more because she's got a bun in the oven and she's got one on the way?
Again, if you feel bad, go right ahead.
I'm just asking.
There
for
is
the-
a
I'm
black
tipping
and white
based off of
fucking
service.
standard. There's
Okay.
a black and white standard.
Well, I'm
I don't
tipping
give a
off
fuck.
service,
You're
but-
2 feet tall, 12 feet
bad.
tall.
You could have
pregnant,
8
not
kids. That
pregnant.
means nothing to me, to be honest.
I don't care what color you are. I don't care what
care if
how
you
your
can't-
eyebrows.
don't care if
raise
you
on the
can't afford
fucking
your
horizon.
kids.
Don't give a fuck.
It's
Again,
not my fault you made
I didn't
terrible
put a
life
gun
choices.
to your head for you to choose this profession. You
This-
willingly applied for this job and got
Yeah.
hired, and you chose to stay here.
I'm going to go out to Valentine's Day and I'm going to get the same service at Lombardi as I get at George's, but because I spend 400 at Lombardi
I'm supposed to
and
tip you
90
more?
at George's, I'm supposed to tip more? Fuck
No.
you.
What?
You work at
No.
Lombardi. You people who work at fucking George's are just as
Oh,
good.
I got one more question.
Crazy.
Question when it comes to eating out and shit. All right, because
All right,
Patrick brought
all right.
this up earlier, but I wanted to make it even more of a issue. Not an issue, but it's an issue for most people. But I feel like we're all on the same wavelengths when it comes to this topic right here that I'm about to bring up. When it comes to eating out, so let's say we all go eat, and there's like 15 of us, right?
Yeah.
And we all eat whatever we eat, whatever, regardless, right? Are we splitting the bill 15 ways, or are we paying for what we got? Me personally, if you motherfuckers out here getting steak and lobsters and shit, and all I got was a burger with fries, I'm paying my $20 for my burger and fry and my water.
Let's be honest. You know us.
I know what
Well
y'all are
enough,
gonna
you
do.
probably already know that this conversation goes.
I'm paying for what you're paying for what you ordered.
Yeah.
And if you so I had a conversation with somebody, and they said because I don't want to split the bill evenly.
Oh, I've got it.
They told me that I'm cheap, and if you're broke, just stay home. First of all, bitch, just because I don't want to pay for your steak and lobsters and your top line liquor because you can't afford it, doesn't mean I have to pay for that shit.
If I say I'm taking you out to eat, that's different.
That's a whole
I'm
different
saying,
story.
Would you like to go to dinner with me? Means would you like to
I'm willing to cop your bill.
join me for dinner? Maybe I'll buy you a drink. That's
But
what
if
you
we're
say.
going
Listen, there
15
needs to be a little bit more context for me. I was going to say, how was this invitation?
This was
Okay,
just
okay,
this
Paul.
is
Yes, Paul.
this is a group thing as far as hey, we all decided to plan to go out to eat
yes.
as
Invite
friends.
Charles and I right now the way that you would present.
Hey,
No, this is simple. This is simple right here. This is simple. In that specific scenario, you ain't even got to worry about it because there's somebody like me at the table. The waitress comes up and I go separate checks.
period.
Period.
No, usually yes, they ask you all
So
together.
there's
No.
some occasions,
No, I don't
depending on
even
the
get a
party
mask.
size, that they can't split the checks. So my thing is, I don't mind paying for the bill, but all you motherfuckers got to cash at me
Oh, yeah,
your
no, that's
portion.
fine. That's fine. You know what you do in
We're
that
good for that.
situation?
Yeah.
You know what you do in that situation? Honest to God? Take the fucking tables apart. You're no longer a big group.
I love it. Take them apart. Just start
Fuck you
pushing.
would tell me I
Start
can't
wedging the
fucking
Now,
have
fucking
it.
it's
tables.
not always
Take the
that's not
tables
always
the
the
other
case.
direction.
That's
Fuck
not.
it.
But in my
Take the tables
scenario,
apart.
like they literally said, "Hey, if you're broke, just stay home." Again, listen, just because
Yeah.
I don't want to pay your portion of a $300 plate that you wanted to buy,
Yeah.
because you can't afford it,
Can I
You
ask
know
a
what I tell those
question?
people? Go
You
sit on a
stay the
fucking
fuck home.
popsicle.
Is McDonald's? I haven't been to McDonald's in a while. Charles, you been to the drive-through McDonald's? Do they, when you pay with card, do they ask for tip?
no.
Dunkin' Donuts does. I went to get breakfast. the
Sonic
other day.
does, but y'all don't have Sonic, so y'all would have known.
No, but I'm just asking. This is a donut place. Coffee. You made
How
me
am
a
I going through a
cheap fucking
drive-through and
coffee.
tipping you?
Starbucks does all the time.
I'm
Starbucks
not
does. I
tipping
knew
you.
that, but I'm saying they're all getting.
Well,
like
why
that.
is it okay at Starbucks?
Yeah, it shouldn't be okay anywhere.
Why am I?
I know, but like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, I get that, depending. If I'm having
Yes.
you pull fucking donuts out and just hand me a bag of donuts, you ain't getting a tip. But if you make me a coffee and it's a good damn coffee, the next time I see you,
But the
I'm gonna
thing is,
tip you until that coffee's shit.
most of that coffee comes out of a fucking machine, and they're just putting.
Again, I recognize the skill that is the barista.
I like it.
All right,
You ever had Dutch
we ain't talking about just some fucking McDonald's Joe throwing a burger on a thing. The skill it takes to be a good barista.
We need to get one on the
It's
show
fucking
so we can ask them how stressful their life is. Because I'm
I'm
thinking
sure
it's pretty fucking easy.
But it's very recognizable. Okay, because for one, you got people like me who's listen. I just want a large fucking white chocolate mocha.
That's me.
Right? And
Like
then
nothing
they're
crazy.
got you.
Crazy.
And then you've got the people who sit next to me and they're like, I like the 4 hot shot, half calf, half milk, half fucking boba,
No foam almond
no
milk.
foam, all half cat, almond milk. And they're
How
just
are
like,
you thinking this shit up?
And then they turn around
made
and
it in
like,
their fucking
so-
head.
and they're like, fucking, yeah, you that deserves a tip. Right? And I don't necessarily see that at Dunkin's, but again, if you're making me a good cup of coffee, I'm gonna give you $1. Even if the coffee's $1.50, I'm gonna give you $1 because that's only $2.50.
Y'all ever had Dutch Bros? Do y'all know
I
Dutch
don't-
Bros
What
is?
is that?
I'll never let somebody trap me under a blanket and fart. The fuck are you talking about?
No, it's a coffee
Dutch
joint.
Bros. Yeah,
It's
Dutch
a coffee joint. It's
Oh,
it's,
I thought you said Dutch oven, bro.
no
He said
Dutch
Dutch Bros.
Bros.
Oh, I was like,
Fucking
what
weirdo.
the fuck? I am
Dutch Bros
6
is a
feet tall,
coffee joint.
200 and
It's a
fucking
new. I
shit.
think it's new. It's been around for a while, but it's been newer around this area
You need to
where
make
I'm
a
at.
Black Rifle Coffee
But-
fucking barista place. I love
But
that.
Dutch Bros, I tip them for the simple fact is one, their drinks are cheaper, but you get a lot more options and you don't get charged extra if you don't want as much ice like you do at Starbucks.
But here's the kicker, too.
And because they always make my drinks just fucking fantastic. But I only tipped them like $1 or $2.
If you don't want to tip your barista, there is a very easy way to do that. Get the fuck out of your car and go into the building.
They still got to make the coffee.
Correct. But here's your loophole.
Okay.
If they're in there treating that drive-through window like it's more important than you standing in their building thinking about purchasing merchandise and having to wait a stupid ass amount of time, I'm walking out without giving you a tip. Now, if I'm in and out of there in a respectable amount of time, then I will give you a tip after I get my coffee and I leave. But if you fuck around, you found out. And I don't give a fuck. I have a recognizable face.
Ooh, I got that comment a lot that they said that because if I don't tip well enough, you know, when you come back, they're gonna spit in your food and shit like that.
I'm not gonna come back if the service is shit. Fuck you. I didn't tip you because the service was shit. What in my mind tells me I should go back there? You're an idiot.
It took me 20 minutes. And we were the only people in line one time at Dunkin'. That's one of the reasons why I'll never fucking tip.
Okay, so one time I was out to eat. It was
better hope that window tips you better than I do.
Me, my brother and sisters, and our spouses. We went out to eat one day, and my brother, he's much like you, where if you suck, my tip is gonna reflect that you sucked, and 9 times out of 10, I might even tell you, hey, you suck.
I would not tip my mom, and I see her often. I'm
so
never gonna.
One day we went out to eat. We went to Chili's, I think, and the waiter came. He said, "Hey, what do y'all need any refills for?" We all said what we wanted, right? 5 minutes go by, no fucking refills. You know what my brother did? He got his happy ass up, went to the back, refilled his shit, and the waiter was like, "Oh, I got that for you. Don't worry, I got it." Guess how much he tipped him that night? Not a fucking $1.
Oh, dude. And again, and there are situations, I'm 30-some years old, and I was just in a situation where I looked at the person and went, this is the worst service of my life.
You get
and I was comfortable saying it. And now we all laugh about it. The family brings it up often now because the in-laws were all there. And dude, they brought me the wrong food twice.
Yeah,
that happened to me. That happened
to me. You don't get shit.
I don't even understand how that happened.
Just bring me my check and don't even charge me for anything.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I'm going, when you made it wrong from scratch.
Can I leave? Can I just leave?
Don't even bring me the check because I'm not paying for none of this.
There was the time where we went to this bar and grill that only cooked on a George Foreman grill to save the environment, and decided that it would have been faster to cook the 10 top that came in 20 minutes after us food first than our food because we're just a 6 top and they're a 10 top.
That's stupid.
And I was like, oh yeah. So then the mother-in-law went to go get the money back, and then like they wouldn't give her the money back. They were like, no, we're gonna cook your food.
Dude, we're gonna cook it soon. Don't worry.
And then I got up. She came in and like up. I went, what the fuck? And the whole place got quiet. Manager comes around. I went, what the fuck you mean?
Hey, that happened to me at Hardee's.
We're getting the fuck out of here, dude.
That happened to me at Hardee's in high school, and the lady goes, "Don't worry." She goes, "Would you like to just wait, or would you like to give your money back?" I go, "I don't care. Give me someone else's food. I just want food. I don't fucking care whose food. Just give me that guy behind me his food. He can wait. I've been waiting way too long."
Just because you're a hippie ass freak and think the world is filled with butterflies doesn't mean I'm not gonna smack the shit out of your beard right off your fucking face, you craft beer junkie. The fuck? Yeah, that was funny. That place isn't open anymore.
No,
I can see why. I can see why.
Oh, Charles, we were up in Mano, and we went
I
to
love it though, dude.
Clyde's and got the Big C, and I forget how good that shit is.
Oh, I do. I love Clyde's. It's the only place I'll eat when we go up there. A lot of good people, such good food. They've got their own like Pure Michigan Road sign now too, which I think is well deserved.
Cool. It's cool as hell.
Absolutely. All righty, let's see here. I figure we'll wrap up with here's a fun lineup of quirky and meaningful celebrations happening this week across the U.S. July 7th through July 13th. July 7th being today, and I noticed this scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Well done, Patrick. World Chocolate Day. Also on this day, National Day of Rock and Roll, National Dive Bar Day, National Macaroni Day, and National Father-Daughter Take a Walk Day.
Oh, man.
I know. You'll get it next year, brother.
I'll never get it because she's always going to be in Virginia.
That's okay.
But did you
walk today? I walked today. I walked literally an hour before we got on the show.
Hold on.
But next time I will FaceTime with her.
We need a walk up.
You can do that. Update. I heard the 4th of July in Virginia isn't so bad, and it would be a cool place. Maybe one day we're able to take the show. And if we're doing a show in Virginia around this time, it would be just devastating for you not to walk on national.
I see what you did there.
See what I'm saying? All right. So we'll never say never on that one. This isn't like the Jersey bet. Tuesday, July 8th, National Video Game Day, National Dimple Day.
Yeah, I got one.
Raspberry Day.
Somewhere.
National Freezer Pop Day.
Ooh.
Freezer Pops.
I got some in the fridge, in the freezer.
Hell yeah. I tell people to sit on them often because they need to chill. Shout out to all you women out there. Wednesday, July 9th, National No Bra Day. A comfort-forward celebration of body positivity. We are all about.
Please, if those is hanging down to your knees, please ignore that holiday.
Damn. We are not discriminatory on this podcast.
Yes,
Autocorrect hit him.
No big boobies. No big boobies.
Let him swang. Create that wind.
Let him swang.
Knock somebody out.
Knock a motherfucker out. Who cares?
Be careful with those. You might get
what LL say? Mama said knock you out.
Here comes Bethel with her airbags flying in at 90.
Wednesday, July 9th, National Sugar Cookie Day as well. So how the fuck you got? You're going to have to add some to 9. You literally got 2 random ass days. July 10th, National Pina Colada Day. National Kitten Day. July 11th, National Cheer Up the Lonely Day. National Mojito Day. We have way too many.
Somebody made up Cheer Up Somebody Day.
Yeah, I know.
Cheer Up Somebody Lonely Day? What the fuck?
Hey, today we're gonna recognize and point
all you lonely sacks.
How lonely you are.
You went from Don't Wear a Bra Day, National Don't Wear a Bra Day,
to Depression Day.
It's Depression Day.
I'm gonna make a post. How many of you are lonely today? Good thing I'm here because I'm here to cheer you up.
Yeah.
So Saturday, July 12th, Cow Appreciation Day. Lavaca, move over. It's time to honor our bovine buddies. National Simplicity Day. Wow.
What? All right.
How complex of a title could you create for the absolute opposite meaning of what you're trying to celebrate? National Simplicity Day. English is awesome. Sunday, July 13th, National Freedom Friday. Whether crinkle cut or curly, fries deserve their own spotlight.
Okay.
Because fuck the French. Anybody got anything else?
No.
Today marks 6 weeks straight of walking for me.
I
love it.
Love it.
I'm here for it. I appreciate you. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what the end of the year is gonna look like.
You're in Texas?
Yeah.
Probably 60s, rainy.
No, I'm talking about my weight.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Was Was I close? Was I close?
No, it's probably gonna be like 75, 80 degrees in December.
Yeah, I've never been. So.
Our July weather is his December weather.
Yeah.
We don't get cold until like mid-January, early February. That's when it starts to get cold.
And cold 60.
Yeah, you might get a couple 50s here and there. Fuckers are scared of the
last
wind.
year you guys hit 40 that one time,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, and everybody lost their fucking mind. And I'm sitting here, calm the fuck
That's the only
down.
way he's owned hoodies. He got down to 40, so he bought 10 of them.
Listen, I get them on sale.
Yeah, I bet
Hell
down
yeah,
there.
get them on the rack at Macy's for $79.99.
I am at the age of my life where I am not ashamed of shopping in the clearance
Shop a
section.
season
You
or
should
two.
never be ashamed to
Yeah.
buy something on sale. Absolutely.
Listen,
not.
and this is the thing. I go to Ross and I go to the clearance section in Ross. It's already
Love
cheap
Ross.
shopping at Ross, but it's nothing
Love
cheaper than
Ross.
shopping
If
cheap.
you're ashamed to shop sales, get better friends.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck that environment. Get a better environment.
Listen, either you like it or get off the train.
Because there
it's
ain't
happening.
no fucking difference between Fruity-O's and Fruit Loops, you motherfucker. It all poops out the same way.
It tastes the fucking same.
It tastes
Yeah.
the same. Oh, it tastes different.
Who
No,
cares?
The only ones that don't are sometimes the Rice Krispies are brown and gross
You
looking in the cheap bag, and it makes you think that maybe it might be my shit.
Listen, I grew up on the bags from Walmart.
yeah,
Oh, I see
still
The
get
big
them
ass
today,
bags.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
Big ass bags.
Yeah.
It's way better, dude. What the fuck? Why are you getting them boxes? You
My
gotta get
mom
big ass
never got
bags.
the boxes.
Ooh.
My mom had.
They always got the boxes. As an adult, I only get the bags.
Charles, didn't you say one time on the show we talked about the only one that you said that you would never do is the Lucky Charms? Because the Lucky Charms one, it's not the same marshmallows and it's not the same figures. One of them is like a plus sign and a O and whatever. And the Lucky Charms one actually has
Y'all are gonna hate me. Lucky Charms is overrated.
what?
Hold on. Listen. We are talking about the original Lucky Charms.
I know what you're talking about, and I said what I said.
Today's Lucky Charms is
All of it is trash.
No.
You know why I think it's
Oh, it
trash?
starts at
You want to know why? You
You
want to know why I think Lucky Charms pisses me off?
Tastes like diabetic food.
No, fuck that. Even as a kid, I hated that shit.
Really?
Because for every spoon, you get all these fucking cereal and one marshmallow to every spoon.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh.
Oh, you're eating the wrong one.
Is that in Chicago?
I guess because it used to, but I wasn't there. That was in Texas most of my kids though.
General Mills is in Michigan. Fuck Chicago. That's why.
But this was in
My
Texas.
Lucky Charms.
They don't like Texas either, apparently, yeah.
Dude,
Either way, I'm
you
not a
put that
fan of
many
Lucky
marshmallows
Charms.
in the bag when it's going down to Texas. They shrink.
I wasn't a fan of Lucky Charms. However, when I got older and me and Maya
Yeah.
got together and we did our first, like when we moved in together and did like our actual first grocery shopping list, and I would go for like the off-brand shit. She was like, "What are you doing?" "What do you mean?" She goes, "You don't have to do that anymore. You're not a kid anymore. First of all, I'm an adult. Second of all, I'm not spending an extra $2 on something that tastes the exact same, and I can save $2 on it.
I shop
I'm
at
not-
Pick and Save.
I'm not
If
doing it.
if I get a part-time job at Festival, I'll shop at Festival.
I'm
Because of the
like,
discount.
If I can say I can make a grocery bill go from $250 to $150 because I'm shopping off-brand foods, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm shopping. I'm shopping off-brand food.
Google or Bing Lucky Charms closest knockoff, and there's a comment. There's an actual thread on Reddit that says, "Not even fucking close" is the name of the thread.
Listen, the OG Lucky
That's what I'm
Charms.
thinking. This guy's
there
an
was-
OG with it. Yeah.
There was no fucking comparison. Today's Lucky Charm, there's no difference.
Yeah.
There's no difference between the bag Lucky Charms and the box of Lucky Charms.
Oh no! Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if they're all made in the same fucking factory.
One of my favorite cereals.
They're not, but
These are my top 3.
Okay,
Not in
I'll tell you
order.
what, you're wrong.
Cocoa Puffs,
All right,
Captain Crunch.
Cocoa
Yeah,
Puffs,
I don't really care which one. It has to have berries in it.
it's okay.
But
Yeah.
and then what was the other one? Trix. Those are my
Well-
favorite cereals.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you're obviously a fucking psycho.
Duh.
Because
Didn't
you
have any
love to cut
flavor.
your mouth on Captain Crunch, and tricks are obviously for kids.
I'm a fucking child.
I'm just saying.
I'm
No,
a child of the Lord.
what shape are your tricks? What shape are your
told me
tricks
to
right
eat it.
now?
They're circles.
Okay, when I was a kid, they were.
I remember. That's why I was pissed.
Okay, now oh yeah, what they
Yeah, they
changed
used
it?
to have
No, we're
grape.
adults. Tricks are for kids.
we had
I'm
grape,
not doing it.
lemon, strawberries, apples. commercials. They had all the.
You don't see them now because you're an adult. The kids still see the shapes. They can.
I'm
drink
still eating it.
You are a monster.
Did we get completely mind fucked as kids when it came to cereal, or what?
I'm like, it was like
I
the
believe
ultimate
for way
breakfast.
too long that if you turn the light on while you're driving, you would get a ticket. So
Well,
yeah,
you
I
think
guess
it's
we were all
commercial.
mind
Oh,
fucked.
I went off on my mama after I found out that wasn't a thing. I was like, you been lying to me all my day.
Light on the whole fucking
But
time.
guess what we didn't do? Turn the fucking dome light on so it worked.
My child should be up there like, I'm like, Daddy, you said it's not illegal. Fuck.
Yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up. Yeah, alrighty. I
all I got.
appreciate you guys. That has been a Monday fun day. We got anything else? Anybody got anything else they want to add?
No, I'm ready for tomorrow. It's still fresh in the mind.
We had a
Still
23-minute episode
Still
off air about sports on Monday.
Hey, we got a whole hour in on this baby talking about friggin' tips and friggin' cereal.
Tipping culture pisses a lot of people off. I'm telling you right now.
And I hope
Come
when
from
you
your
clip
hands.
this shit that you
Stop being a
find
bitch.
shit that pisses people off, Pat. I
Yeah.
hope you find shit
Everything's
that
The moment you
everything's
said
gonna
that, I
piss
said,
you
I'll get you. Yeah, we'll get some tipping clips in because just stop being a bitch about it.
Yeah.
You ain't paying their bills. They ain't
Straight
paying your
up.
bills. You'll never fucking see them again. Make them
get a
earn that
better
shit.
job if you don't like it. Just listen, I'm gonna end it on this. Just like y'all be
put the
saying, you
fucking
don't
money
think
on
what
the table and pull dollar bills away from them. That's
just like
fucking
people say that a
stupid.
grown person shouldn't be working at McDonald's, that's a teenager job. Listen, being a waitress sometimes is meant for single people or people that are going through college. If you're 40, 50 years old still working as a waitress full time, guess whose problem that is? Not mine.
I gotta ask a random question before we get off the air.
Yes. Oh, he's asking AI a question.
Yeah.
Bing.
What does Bing have for us today to end the day?
What amounts of people between the ages of 30 and 50 get on probation annually? While the exact age-specific data isn't always published, we can work with a broader estimate. In 2022, about 2.99 million adults were on probation in the United States.
Christ.
Hey,
Roughly
Yeah.
40 to 50% of the adult population tends to fall within 30 to 50 age range. Based on historical demographic breakdowns from the Bureau of Justice Statistics, that means approximately 1.2 to 1.5 million people aged 30 to 50 are placed on probation annually. I rest my case, Your Honor. Stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey. That's crazy. 1.2 billion to 1.5 million adults
hey,
annually.
we have a
put
lot
on
of fuck
probation.
ups in this country. What can we say?
They still see the shapes of tricks. Thank
Yes,
you
they do.
guys so much for everything you've done. We appreciate the fuck out of you listeners. It's been fantastic. Mike, I believe we'll be seeing you tomorrow. It's so fantastic to have you back. Obviously, that was just a shout out for him who's listening. PR, you got anything you wanted to add there, brother? Super stoked about your walking success, man. I'm loving this journey you're on, dude.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. My little sister just got me some new walking shoes, so I'm
Yeah.
enjoying breaking those in. I've
You're
officially
not
gone.
that big, bro. You don't have to call people little people, right? It's just you're younger. Sorry,
My
I'm
little
sorry. keep
sister.
going.
yeah. I ain't touching that one. Not since the last. They came after us after that last one.
I am still hurting physically from
Litlins.
all this walking. However, it is not as bad. I've also changed my eating habits. So as much as the scale is not showing the change like I would want it to, my clothes is definitely fitting differently. So I'll take the small victories
Dude,
as much as I can.
I don't care as long as you're still smiling and you're happy.
Listen,
All I
and
care
I beat my personal record again. I've done my mile pace down to 19 minutes.
Not where I thought this was going. Thank you.
So I started when I started 6 weeks ago, I was at 26 minutes and I'm down to 19 minutes per mile.
Oh, hell yeah. When you started talking about personal record, I thought we were getting personal. I'm like, bro, you got to go back into my teenage age.
No. We're not doing OnlyFans.
We're not pulling that record.
Holy shit. I was like, I tried to get this world record. They wouldn't take it.
So I'm proud of myself for the
I
small
don't
victories.
believe you.
They said someone had to watch, and I went, "That's
No watching.
I'm out. My pants got to here.
Who's
And
the
I was
cook
out.
who gets that job?"
That escalated
right.
real fast.
Yeah.
Come on, Guinness! I got another round to go. Meat Gazer. Thank you for everyone who sticks with us every day, all the weeks, all the years, all the seasons, coming at you so fast. Coming up on 2 weeks from the big move. Super excited about that. But the entirety of all of this is based on your ears, the listeners, and maybe your eyeballs if you're watching us on YouTube. Hi. We love the piss out of you. And without a doubt, which is where I normally say something like indubitably, but I just wanted people to understand that there's the boring version and then the really cool version. Like when you answer the phone and you're like, "Ahoy, the world is a much better place with you in it. With you in it."
Yo, it's time to dip. Lights low and the mic off. Boys with the heat, yeah, we blast like a Molotov. Said what we said, no regrets in the air. If you ain't subscribed yet, bitch, don't you dare. Rate it 5 stars. Hit that share like a blunt. Tell your homies, tell your mama we on front. We the truth in the booth, no cap, just flame. If you fuck with the crew, you remember the name. It's goodbye, goodbye to the tribe. We fucking love you, now feel this vibe. Out this bitch with a mic drop kiss. Thanks for riding, we gone, but you won't miss.